I don't think anybody can say that. This is an open meeting.
Well, I mean, this is a public meeting.
This is a public meeting, people can come in, but I'm not sure of the rules of
Can you
recording.
make it available to us?
That's what I'm
There's
saying,
no time.
but it's not available right now, and he doesn't have a link available.
It's not live.
I just feel like you guys.
Can you at least let us know when it will be available?
Because we had the same discussion
Yeah.
before, and it took a very long time, maybe you guys should.
And that's what I'm saying, like, there was a discussion before, but we never agreed on what the situation was.
But you were not
See,
there though.
that's
It
too,
took
I
the
wasted.
whole day.
I don't know
Hold
about
on.
that.
It's gonna go on.
That was like 3-4
It's
meetings ago,
gonna
right?
go on all day.
Exactly. I wasted 2 months of this meeting. I didn't want to get into it with Carla
And what
last time.
purpose is
I
this
gave
being filmed for?
It's already 5 o'clock, guys.
to be available to the public.
Okay,
to
so where is it
the
available to the
communities.
public?
It will be on social media,
No.
Facebook.
No, it has to be on a platform that can't be erased or deleted, it has to be always up.
You understand that anybody can walk into this meeting and record.
I
It doesn't
understand
have
that,
to
but
be-
Cisco, what if
I don't
someone?
even have that obligation.
But even if it's a public arena, like if I'm filming in the streets,
Okay.
and I'm filming someone in an interview, I need to get the permission to make sure that they're okay with being on camera. Am I wrong?
If anybody is not okay with, you can't actually, if I'm on
If
the
you're out in the
public,
streets and you're just filming somebody,
Yeah.
and you're saying you're gonna be using this image for something.
I can use it however I want.
Oh,
Nobody,
really?
people
You
can
can use it however you want?
Yes, nobody has.
They don't have to sign a waiver?
No, there's-
And I need to get that
there's no
clarification, because-
expectation.
No, that's true, because we
There's
get
no
filmed all,
expectation
we get
of
filmed all the
If
time.
that's true,
Yes.
okay, then,
So,
There's no
That is
expectation
true.
of
then my
privacy.
arguments are done then. I was just looking out for everybody else, but go
it
ahead.
doesn't sound like you have any negative intention.
Not at all. Out of respect, I gave Carla a heads up like 4 months ago. When I came
And I
to the
understand.
second meeting,
We get filmed all the time.
And
And it could be, they use it for whatever they want, we can't do anything about it, you
For
know?
sure, and my concern is, I'm not completely sure about the law. And I want to be liable if anyone does say something, rather than him film and us say that it's okay.
But he's right, anybody comes to this meeting can just pull their phone out and film it. There's nothing you can really do about it.
That's what I'm- No, for sure,
So, I mean-
I'm not sure of the rules, so I'm just throwing my 2 cents out there.
No, I get it, I understand.
this,
Valid.
this room was pretty full last month. When we came in, Carla tried to stop us again, but we already gave her 2 months out of respect. So we recorded that meeting anyways, but we did have a conversation. Out of the 15, 20 people that were here, Carla was the only one who didn't understand the First Amendment or had a problem with this. And I can direct you, First Amendment, freedom of press. Just look that up.
Okay, no, for sure. I'm not
Public platform, public
I'm not quite
meetings.
entirely sure. I'm just looking out for what people could potentially be weird about. That's all I'm saying, okay?
I guess no harm, no foul, because none of this information is a secret anyway.
No, for sure, no, it's not.
So,
Yeah.
But I will say, out of respect to people that may attend, that a lot of people may not speak up when they're being filmed.
No problem. Like, I've said this before too, if anybody wanna say something private and they can ask me to pause it, I respect, I will. I don't have to my First Amendment, but out of respect, I will. If anybody doesn't wanna be in front of a camera, that back area is not on camera right
I
now.
think from now on,
They
we're
can sit
just,
over there.
we're gonna have a sign out there, and people, when they're not comfortable, they can directly go to Cisco and talk to him.
And at the very least, can you please have a link up to where this is available?
As soon as
If
as
it's
soon
like
as the link
3
is
months, then,
created,
but then what's the point of it?
right, as soon as the link
Hang
is
on the line,
created,
you're
they
not
can
sure
share.
if it's back on the line.
Right, I'm
Well,
gonna
understanding ahead of time.
And let me know too, so I can put it on the flyer and say, this meeting will be filmed if anybody wants to attend as well.
You
I'm
can
just
go
caught off
ahead.
guard, that's why
Yeah,
I'm not. I'm sorry.
so there's a lot of conversation that has happened, I don't know if you were a part of it, with Carla as well and Musa. We actually told them that we're gonna be a part of the facilitating of this meeting, organizing, moving forward as a youth organization, that we were gonna take part. We can take some responsibility on whatever that needs to be done as the organizers. So going forward, and next meeting, the following or so, we plan on filming all.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as, like I said, as long as the link's available, and everyone has access to it, and the footage is on there unedited, and
I will, but that I even say as long as it's not.
Yeah, seems reasonable. Both sides seem reasonable.
Right, yeah. I'm willing to share the link. As soon as the link is created, I'll share it.
Okay.
I'm just telling you, I don't really have to.
Okay.
I'm asking you, are you still comfortable with the meeting or?
No, that's fine. I mean, like we said, there's nothing in this meeting that is available to the public. This is all for everyone to share, so I'm fine with that. So you can go ahead and start the meeting up.
I think we should wait a little bit. Action.
It's pretty empty.
There's usually a few late arrivals in there. How you guys doing, okay?
Good.
What are you doing?
Yeah, in the meantime, I'll pass out this item.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. It's just what you or just what we're talking about.
Carla's not here. Are you guys gonna be given any kind of information?
She didn't give any crime updates.
I know she sent us an email with the QR.
There's a link, and you can look up on your own.
So
That's
there's
bad.
no reading out loud or?
No.
I think before Carla said that she did something about giving public information, not paying out. I guess someone who might come from the IT department or whatever.
Right.
So if she doesn't want to give us the information,
But this link here is gonna tell you what you should do.
Yeah, no, I'm just wondering, she's not here, so she usually sends me an email and then talk about the QR code and everything.
Yep.
But I was wondering, like,
Hi, Ruslan, how are you?
if you guys were giving out
Good, good.
in place.
We can give you an update on what's going on. Our
Okay, so are there going to be,
what's going on in the park. We're not in the city.
no problem.
We're in Barclays.
Okay, all right, I appreciate it. Yeah,
I can see that, yeah.
Ruslan's not in this here as well.
And also gonna
Ruslan said he wasn't going to be here as well, so.
Since Carla's not here, nobody wants to show up, thank her. The big elephant's in here, so whatever, lame duck meeting.
The meetings has always kind of been traditionally business owners and cops.
Yeah.
So I think if I say only people I'm kind of surprised they're not here or not yet is Riverside Plaza.
Yeah, those guys are always here.
5:15 not here.
He hasn't been able to make it since we changed the time.
Yeah, that was an issue, I remember, for a while, like, people were kind of arguing about the time too.
Yeah, so outside of 4 o'clock he can't make it, so he hasn't been here for the last few meetings.
Maybe these people are really watching the 20 playoff game too.
First game tonight, right?
They're killing it.
No, wallahi, nobody finished. What is your shahada? How's your shahada go?
Not good. Guess who's calling the game, of course? It's like the ghost of the Yankees, like A-Rod's the announcer on TV. Take it away from this guy, right?
By one team.
Well, he's doing the national broadcast. It's on ESPN.
Oh, yes.
Of course, he lives here now.
Right.
Crazy.
Of course, like, that's our nemesis. Haunted us for years. We weren't gonna have to deal with the Yankees this year.
Okay, it's 10 after. I know people are going to be rolling in, but should we just go ahead and
It's better than that. My wife was.
We'll just go ahead and do some quick. First of all, thank you everyone for showing up. This is the monthly community safety meeting for Cedar Riverside. My name is Tola Van. I'm one of the executive directors at Cedar Riverside Community Council, that neighborhood association. We'll just go ahead and do a quick round of introductions. Go ahead and start with you, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Sergeant Brian Woodville. I'm the downtown patrol sergeant for the Mass Park Police on the mid shift. Sorry.
I'm Sergeant Katie Cannon from Mathis Park Police as well. I am one of the mid-shift supervisors. I don't oversee precincts, I oversee arcades and so forth.
My name is Hannah Ali. I work with West Bank Business Association.
Hi, my name's Allison. I'm a resident up the street.
Cisco Omar, I work as the operations manager of the Best Buy Teen Tech Center for years in this building, community organizer with Miss Blood Theater, and I'm a president.
My name is Farhia Padula, and I wear many different hats. Community member and recovery advocate, all things.
Ryan Vasquez, I'm the organizing director at CRCC and the ambassador lead for the Youth Ambassador Program.
Okay, Kiwanis, I'm director of Metro Youth Liberty Center. We service this community and we also service the Yanktown area.
You want to join us up here? Oh, I see.
So, looks like it's going to be kind of a light meeting. We don't have that many people. I'm sure people will start rolling in if they can catch them up. Also, Carla and Lieutenant aren't here to give crime updates. However, they did provide me with a link, so if you want to go ahead, you can go to this link provided or scan the QR code below, and that'll take you to the basically Minneapolis Public Safety portal to be able to check the crime updates and crime statistics for your area. That way you can sort by area and all that. I haven't really gone through it. But
Yes.
seems pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, so we're just gonna kind of, if anybody has anything to interject in between these segments, feel free. And I just want to let everyone know that kind of, if you walked in a little late, that the session is being videotaped. So if you feel uncomfortable with any videotape or being on camera, let us know. Or if you want to discuss something off camera, let us know. We can come off and discuss that as well. But with that being said, let's go ahead and start off. Are there any community concerns? No? Okay. Well, if anybody has anything to throw in there while we're discussing all this other stuff, feel free. Because I know sometimes stuff gets brought up as we're discussing these issues. That being said, we will move on to CRC Ambassador updates with Ryan Vasquez.
Yeah, so I actually missed the last meeting, so this is, kind of what we've been up to for the last few weeks. We've been in a heavy expansion, doing a lot of hiring. We have gone from staff of 6 to staff of 12. Doubling our numbers has really just saddled us as a program with doing a lot of onboarding, a lot of training, a lot of walking through the outreach steps. We just compiled a really, really good outreach and resource guide, not just for Cedar Riverside, but for South Minneapolis. Cedar Riverside is such a crossroads for people who are in need as well. We don't just encounter residents when we do outreach, we encounter people who are just passing through. So just really familiarizing ourselves with those resources. Two, calling partner organizations and kind of setting up a service funnel for when we encounter people. If somebody needs clothes, now we've set up that we can send it to St. Vincent de Paul off of East Lake Street. The immediate emergency assistance for utilities or electric. We set up the Salvation Army at you can send them there. So there's been a lot of ambassadors just inside calling through, trying to explain what we are and what we do, and set up those kinds of service funnels. So that way when we encounter people, it's more than just here's where you can get a free meal once a week. Where you can send people every day of the week, no matter what the scenario is. In terms of our regular stuff, as the summer begins to wind down, we are leaning heavy on our community cleanups. As we know, once the first snow falls, whatever garbage is on the ground is there until the snow melts. And it just adds up and freezes and becomes frozen garbage, and it's really bad. So we want to try to get on top of that now, make it really, really nice out there and keep that maintenance up. you know, in anticipation for that early, you know, mid-October, that one-off snow that happens every year, and really just bunker down for the winter months. But other than that, it's just been a lot of onboarding, training, and relationship building on the administrative side of the ambassadors.
I do have a community concern. I was just thinking about this meeting and the lack of community members here. You know, today is pretty empty. And before, when I have come, it's a lot of like professionals, and I don't know what we can do. If y'all need me to help with that too, I can do more outreach and we can put flyers up or whatever, and I think we need more community members to be here.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
There was a time, a long time ago, when we would do a more outreach prior to the safety meeting and give flyers and kind of let everyone know within the community that the safety meeting was going on. And we did have a lot more people within the community attend those safety meetings. So we maybe having something, get flyers out to the ambassadors and whoever as early as possible to be able to hand out throughout the community and hand out.
Yeah, no, that would be good, because I mean, honestly, it's not Carla's meeting.
No, without a doubt.
Yeah,
Without
so
a
like,
doubt.
we need community members to know that this meeting does not belong to Carla, and that this is a community meeting, and that's probably why not a lot of people are here, because she's not here today. Maybe.
Maybe.
You know,
You know what I mean?
a part of our recording is actually to reach out to more community members. Flyers or just either word of
Yes.
mouth. Even great grandmothers have phone on their hand and going through Facebook, TikTok and everything. So at least they can get updated through the media platform and decide to come hopefully in the future. But still, everyone should be encouraged to talk to people. Word of mouth is the key to invitations to things like this.
Just to add to that, usually Carla, when she's here, it's not like there's more community. So we do lack in the community section, whether she's here, whether she's not here, you know? And we've been talking about the timing a lot of times. We're trying to find the perfect time within the organizers. We're still talking about that. So for this 3 months, we were thinking of going at 5 p.m. and see how the attendance goes. And then maybe if it's still bad, go further to 6 o'clock. So these are one of the things as organizers we're still talking about, and we haven't made a decision on it. But we were lacking on community for some time now.
I think that's a really good point, Hannah. I mean, obviously today, with Carla's absence and the lieutenant's absence, I think it's exposing like a lack of community a little
Right.
harder. But I mean, there was a time, like when I first started coming around the neighborhood, when I first moved out here, there was a time when it was in the gym and we were setting up chairs and like it was deep for this meeting and there were a lot of people having a lot of community concerns. And then somehow it seems like it got pushed to the back room here.
It became at 4
You
o'clock.
know, yeah.
And
So
time
getting
went
implemented
way
that.
back, people at school, kids, parents, they're not there.
Right.
So it's still something we're still discussing, but hopefully after this 3 months ends, then we can move further and see how that time works. So it's still like an experiment.
Yeah, and whatever changes we have to make or like tweaks we have to make within that experimenting process, like especially the ambassador program, we can just blast that information out. I've also said before, you know, like the meeting serves a purpose, obviously, to convey really, really important information. Not only should we be getting the word out before the meeting, but there should be some sort of like write-up, minutes, some sort of document that talks about what was discussed at the meeting. So that way we're not just like proactive here, we're also like reactive to the lack of community that's here.
Right.
And we can get information out to people. I mean, that's, I think, a great reason for recording the meeting, right? You know, as long as like that's something that's okay, and obviously there were like, you know, conversations that happened that we didn't have, but within that, you know, I think that if there's some sort of write-up document, hey, here's what happened at the meeting, the ambassadors can also get that out and do that kind of outreach to people too. So, I mean, us meeting, us having this conversation, I think creates a lot of opportunities for outreach, not just to get people here, which is what we want to see, but.
I mean, the flyers, they were going out, but
Right. Just like
as also the time.
Yeah,
That
oh,
was
100%.
one of the main
Yeah.
concerns we had. And then when it comes to minutes, I was writing minutes for like about 3 months now, but there's no point in writing minutes if we have filming going on. That's like, you know?
Right.
And we need to encourage the community to come by and, you know, speak up.
100%.
And one of the things is also not only just, usually when, I usually do outreach, I also tell people, come to the meeting. And the people that I mostly talk to are people that have businesses, so they do not have time to come here at 4:45. So, I think as organizers, we can talk more about that as time goes by. Should we move on to WBA updates?
Are you done with this?
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
Oh, I thought, okay, we went backwards.
Yeah.
No.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, with WBBA updates, we finished the Galapola mural. It looks amazing. If you go that side, we had a whole little ceremony, cutting of ribbon. It looks beautiful right now. People are happy with it. The owners are also happy with it. Now our next step is going to be having another mural soon at this mosque. What is it called? Chafe, because you know they were marked and they just painted over that. So we're in the process of doing that. Another thing is we still have our gardens. They're going well. I would encourage people that they can go there, pick whatever they feel like picking. Please water the plants. If you go there and they're dying, we don't have enough staff members to take care of the gardens. So the gardens are also community gardens. Whoever wants to own a bed, they can own a bed there. That being said, our Thursday's program is coming to an end, but hopefully we're gonna, you know, pick up back again. And we will let you guys know of more important things we're gonna be doing within the community. Youth council.
Youth council updates. Matt's not here, but a few of the youth council members did take a part in the Galapola mural, giving ideas and also experiencing some parts of that upcoming NBA week in 2 weeks, the 18th. Coach and the St. Girls trip, camping over a couple of nights. They'll be leaving on Friday, coming back on Sunday evening. December, we have a lock-in where we're gonna have for high schoolers to sleep overnight in the building and have activities going on overnight. And in the T-Tech Center, we recently had a kickoff last week for our C2C program, which is the Best Buy Career Pathways program, college readiness, job and scholarship program that has kicked off. They'll be meeting every Wednesday. We're still taking more intakes, but we did have more than we anticipated. So, but as time goes, traditionally they drop out. So we can take however many that might be interested in still that would take part in the career pathways program.
For everyone that showed up late, that we already looked at community concerns, but did anybody that showed up late have any community concerns that they wanted to address? Okay, well, this is gonna be a pretty quick meeting. Like on the note here says, one second.
What's going on here?
So we basically just did some updates with the programming, and we have some community, we have some community concerns. Did you have any community concerns that you wanted to address, sir?
Chef Nuh, wax maaragtay concern ama qabtaa neighborhoodka buildingkaaga areada aad rabtid inaad maanta ka hadasho haye
anigu waxaan aad u jeclahay in la badiyo laylalka kuwii aan shaqaynayna lagu rakibo gulubadii meelaha qaarkooda lagu soo badiyo waa habeenkii markaan soconaynahay iftiin noqoto waa jeclaan lahaa.
He would like to address the lighting issue. Like some of the lights out here are dim and some of them are not working, the street lights.
Okay.
Not,
laysoo dhaweeye fiir laysoo dhaweeye masaafada udhaxaysa dhexdeedsiga xagee wey laakiin
building hortiisa.
maya
Hey,
waa areada sida raran
yeah, go ahead, Adam.
The whole area, even down there by, what's that park? The Wienery?
Okay.
The little alley.
meelo badan baa badow
That area,
And the spark?
yeah, that area in front of like, the sides of residents, sometimes it gets dark. Huh? Yeah, just that whole area in general. Once it's not safe for anyone. Not saying that it's not safe to like, enjoy the outside.
Maybe change the light bulb.
Yeah, I mean.
But that,
So there's lights
that,
there.
that's the thing though, I used to come to these meetings and I pointed that out many times before, other people pointed that out many times before. I don't think him pointing that out is gonna change anything, to be honest. I think there should be like a lot more proactive stuff, or like when there's an elder who comes in here and speaks like that for his own concerns. That's the main reason why I stopped coming to meetings like this, you know? It's a lot of just talking, no action.
I mean, wouldn't that be like a city issue?
Well, that would usually be, Carla would put a work order in for maintenance and
They've been saying that for,
yeah, I know, that's usually how it works.
So there's lights there, just the bulbs aren't bright enough, or are they burnt out at this point? Or is it just a combination of both, like, or do we,
Some places don't have lights at all, right?
do we
Yeah, some
need more
places-
lighting
I
there?
mean, even for example, when you go outside like around 7:30, 8, when the sun sets, even out here it's really like dim. Like the lights, I don't know if they're not working, if they just need to have a light replacement, but maybe that's something that the meeting facilitators can
Right.
follow up on and then,
And including this parking lot area,
Yeah.
either the sensor is not working and the light also keeps flickering and going off for most of the night. Especially recently, within the last month, I would say there has been more activities happening in the park. People come for soccer games and everything. So there has been traffic, but in the parking lot, the lights are not working.
yeah, you're right. But there's this big bright lights out there in the soccer field,
Oh, for
you know?
I know Carla may have said she's like gonna put in work orders or whatever. I mean, at the very least, from what I can control, I have not pursued this, right? I could be another person from the neighborhood side. I will just, will not relent, like, I'll just really,
Like,
like,
is
tear
there-
the hell out of it until somebody does something, because you really have to speak that language in order to get it done. And just like push every day, and it's unfortunate that that's how it is in most neighborhoods, specifically South Minneapolis, specifically this neighborhood. But I mean, I know from what I can do, like, I will just take up this complaint and not stop.
So is it a sector of lights, or like, is it something that we have to go out and say, like, this whole block
What
is
he's
lighted
saying
up?
is the whole of Cedar basically, that's what he's saying.
Okay.
Right, it's just,
So
But I think
I'm
The poles are there,
This
so
side-
they're out.
yeah, just a lack of attention over time creates that.
Yeah, once Brian Coyle shuts down, this place is, there's no lights here. It's empty. And then when you go, right now at Edna's Park, they do have lights there, which is good. But then when you go to the Jeep side by the new place Keeper, that's also, there's no lights by the streets. So there's plenty of places. I think this is gonna need like proactively going there and pointing them out and.
I need to get on this.
Absolutely.
Get on this. Any other community concerns?
Pwede ka dyan.
Entonces, entonces quería,
Hirap, kamu phone ka na.
Using this board?
Pwede ka. Hantar siya wala teacher.
Okay, does anybody have any other concerns?
You guys have email updates, right?
Yeah. So, As noted here, I put it in there.
I have a suggestion of your lighting stuff. Couple things to think about with lighting, because I know it's kind of across the board. We hear about it through the parks, through every neighborhood. Taking photos at night of the issue that you're having and where it's happening. So if there's an area where there's no lighting, at night, when it's at its worst, you go take a couple pictures of it. That way when you go to talk to somebody about getting a light fixture fixed or better light bulbs or something. Because I know the ones here in the park board, on the parking lot, they're set at a certain thing. They're supposed to be, I don't know, like, there's the style they have, but they're always kind of slightly dim. I think it's for the atmosphere or something, whatever. But you could take photos of it and then send it to the people and say, hey, this is what the issue is. And so you have that backing versus just saying, oh, by the way, the lights are bad. And to have something, some more ground to stand on. So I would highly recommend taking photos, because that's what we do sometimes. We go and we have a string of lights out or something doesn't look well. When we build some of the parks, they ask us to go through and talk about what would be better lighting and what some safety concerns are. And we go through and take photos and we give suggestions, and it helps a lot. It goes a long way, so.
For sure. And if anybody does want to send that to anybody, you can forward it to info@CRC Council, and we'll compile all those pictures and we'll get on what we need to get on to try to get those or whatever replaced. That being said, if we can target specific areas that do need more lighting, let me know, because there is money within our funding to give like lighting to certain buildings. We just have to identify where those particular areas are, and we can probably figure out something along those lines. As noted here, Carla and Lieutenant Engel aren't here to give any client updates. However, they did give a link, which is provided on the bottom here, or you can scan the QR code that's on the page, and that'll take you to the Minneapolis Public Safety Dashboard, where you can look up all of your crime information for the airport and all that. And if anybody has any questions regarding that as well, feel free to email or call me as well. With that being said, looks like it's going to be, well, actually, I knew you just walked in and we were kind of wrapping up. Do you have any community concerns or concerns that you want to voice to the group before we wrap up?
جميل هذا كل هذول
واحد شيء اوتوماتيك يعني ما انت صوت السماء. There is.
Go right ahead.
Go ahead.
You guys can go ahead.
But I think like what or not having to that your community go had to especially because dadka badana cabashadooda way sheegteen anna hada imaatay
aniga in 2000 what is it 2022 no 2000 September 3rd I went to chiropractor called what is his name? Engel, Dr. Engel, chiropractor. He's in Franklin, Minneapolis. And someone brought me there, bring me there at the time. But then he left. I was with the chiropractor. And the chiropractor told me to sign that I have 20 years accident, lying about my signature, even though I didn't have 20 years accident. And, but there was no way he wouldn't let me go out the door without signing that I have 20 years accident of lives, you know. And, you know, I signed some paper, but later on I felt there was something bad going on, you know, that he wanted to kill my body with high electronic, and then later on show the courts and everyone that I have 20 years accident with my signature. So I decided not to continue, and I was trying to leave at the door. But he told me I have to, he was keep saying, you have backache, shoulder ache. I was like, no, I don't have any issue, like I want to leave. And he was telling me, oh, you know what, you can leave out the door while I was trying to leave his first day policy. And when I come back, he was just telling me, lay down the bed, I'll show you. Like, I was asking, what are you trying to do? And he was like, I will show you, lay down the bed. And things get a lot of arguments, like, you have to tell me, you know, like, you have no right to touch me or to do anything, you know. And there's no way he wouldn't let me go out the door. And he caused me a lot of, at the time, there was a time that he put my body with high electronic in his removed. Even though I have a little bit bad pain, he was trying to cure me for some reason, but then he thrown the remote up and left me there to die for 40 minutes. And that caused me massive injury for the last 3 years. And I told the police, I told what happened, and nobody reached me. Nobody gave my, the for crime he do to the city attorney. And everything was left over by silence. I still suffer that injuries, it's lifetime injuries. And that's why I'm here today, to know what's going on, why my case is not going forward to the city attorney or to the courts. Why can't I get justice for someone that did this crime to me and still exists?
I think it's a question for the police.
So did you ever call and follow up with anybody? See what was going on?
I did. They told me the police never reported my case to the city attorney. And I don't know why.
So, do you have your case number?
I had it home. So in September also I have another attack somewhere here. You know, do you remember that lady that championed me that day I was working? There was like police camera right there where they just have some like, you know, scarf on my neck while I was working security. They come behind me, and there was, yeah, it was better. And there was security camera, and then I have some neck injury and back injury. They move out the neighborhood. But the police say that they closed my case, they dismissed my case as well.
Is there any way you can bring your,
I can't land by,
ano yung organizer ay?
okay, can you let them speak? Who? The policeman.
Police mo siya,
Wala na pangalayo. So, meron din na afkinhead the police. Maitagan kasi, wala mara na makahalang sa
No, that's the thing. And meeting companies in this car.
may halala ka mo wash ne hahala ba ka uta ba kanin na wakti sile ko hala
Right, police collection.
at least the idea hela ni ka gubod bodin ni cause mahasya ka tiri wash the story hale chawa policy
So,
I will start with, I'm Sergeant Kennedy, period. I'm with the Park Police. I don't work with the city. So I don't know your case or what's going on with it. If you had a case number, we could maybe look into it and try to figure out. But it's one of those things where it's not our case to step on either. We would recommend that you talk to the person that originally did your case or the investigator that's investigating it. And they should be able to explain to you why they didn't push it forward to the county attorney, or if they did and the county attorney declined it. Because that's another thing that we are dealing with right now, to be honest. So, but if you could get more information on the two different cases, we could probably help you out, but I'm kind of looking into it a little bit, but there's only so much we could do, because it's not.
it's in your job as a police to know this crime and where to go.
If it was within the park system, then absolutely I can help you with it. But it sounds like it happened with the city, and so it's hard. It's one of those things where we don't want to step on their cases either, but I can look into maybe seeing what happened, and I can only go so far with it because it's not our cases. So city has their stuff and we have our stuff. So it's a little bit, it's separate.
You mean the city attorney or?
Park police.
City,
Yeah,
Which
the
city?
city attorney and the city police will probably have more information regarding this. When it comes to that case, their department isn't equipped to handle the cross information between the two. whatever's going on, that they're not equipped to handle it. So you need to speak to whoever originally handled your case, and go from there, just because they have a background information, they already know, and maybe there could have been some miscommunication, but they need to clarify that this issue isn't resolved, and they need to look into it, however they need to.
If you want to give us your information when we're done here, we can certainly contact people for you and find out what's going on. If that is something you want to do.
You guys, we're gonna give her, Carla's information to us, the credit conversion
Yeah, for sure,
specialist.
for sure.
Yeah.
After the meeting, I'll give you Carla's information. She's the community's crime prevention specialist, and she might have more resources to be able to help you figure out what you need to figure out. So, are there any other community concerns or questions, comments?
I have a comment.
Okay.
I was gonna give, a shout out, to WBPA for last week over there. They did an amazing community outreach and did a, barbecue. And so many people showed up. We had a lot of, community members who were homeless, and unsheltered population, people that was struggling, that were hungry, that kept getting in line and getting food, and that is the type of outreach that I like to see. So that's what's up, WBPA. Thank you.
And the idea behind that is also to teach people about community ownership.
Yeah.
Because when we did it in Daniel Hall, it's one of the city-owned properties that possibly they're looking to sell it to developers or whatnot. We're just giving an alternative ideas where the community can actually own it, and a proper community needed space would be implemented there instead of someone who already have something in their pocket to just enlarge in that. So,
Good intention behind it. Yeah.
Well, thank you, everyone. It's a little shorter meeting this time, but just for a recap, what we're planning on doing is the next safety meeting. We will give flyers and stuff to the ambassadors and whoever needs it to try to distribute throughout the community so that we can have more community interaction with actual members here in the neighborhood. Also, we will follow up on the whole lights idea. And like I said, if anybody has any pictures to send or exact location of where these lights are, send it to info@crccouncil.org. And then we will do our best to get all that information together and talk to whoever we need to talk to get the lights fixed.
What time is the next meeting?
Next meeting, so because the election falls on the first Tuesday of next month, the next meeting will be on the second Tuesday, November 14th, and we're gonna shoot again for 5 unless we organizers discuss further to change it, but for right now, it's still gonna be at 5.
There's a lot of youth programs that happen at that time.
Okay?
Is it possible? I come in on Mondays and Tuesdays,
Okay.
I would be there with the kids,
So what would be your suggestion for a time?
6 later times.
Okay, I know we tried that, and this is something that this isn't just an opinion of the people in the room. Like, we have tried to move this meeting a number of times, and the first time that we tried it, they really got in our ass. Like, they were not having the fact of just well, the first time we tried to move it to 2, which was a little earlier, I admit, and then we were like, well, it has to be later because people are getting off of work, people are getting off of school. So like, we kind of were flip-flopping between 5 and 6, but some people were saying 6 was too late because after they get off of work, you have to come through here and then, they spend all day at work and then they do all this. And so we tried 5. So if anything, we can talk to the organizers, Hannah, Carla, and everybody else to see if we can try 6 for a couple months.
I feel like what's nice is if you see what's going on in Brian Coyle,
Yeah.
there's a lot of other stuff going on. There's no point of holding a meeting when there's other programs and there's other people in the building who are doing other stuff and they're not even able to come here.
For sure, no, I
I
feel
feel like you
like
guys should just check the schedule on whatever's going on with Coach Trevor, because there's other guys who are over the age of 18 who would like to be a part of this, but they're busy doing with the local practice and then helping out with the high school league.
I got you. I got you. Yeah, we'll take that to the committee and we'll talk about, maybe trying another time just to see if that'll get more community interaction. With that being said, the link with the QR code is there. And like I said, the next meeting will be Tuesday, November 14th, which is the second Tuesday, not the first. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to email me, but that will be the adjournment of this month's meeting. Thank you everyone for showing up.
Did you have something you wanted to share?
Concern. She wanted to talk to Sherman and
Someone was complaining.
Oh, no representatives from Sherman are here, but if you still wanted to voice your complaint,
بس الحسن ممكن تسمع
Carla, we can.
Yeah, it's good.
you can send it to the parlor or Justin.
She was asking, there's a guy that's not like you, that talked about how he's hot.
Oh, okay.
And then she took his information, so he wanted an update, and I said I can just ask him.
We can ask
Somebody will mention to me that.
Can you give her Carla's number?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it right now.
I'll take you from anyone. Thanks. I appreciate it.
You see you guys. Take care.
Thank you.
Yeah. So.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Hey, Miss, do you wanna talk to us or?
It's been hard, but the one in the office, we didn't show up there.
Did you wanna talk to us about?
What else do you want from me?
No, I was just wondering if you wanted to follow, must have follow up for you. I know what's going on.
I know. How many cars?
You gotta keep track. When is your next one?
We have on Tuesday today at 6.
Excuse me?
I haven't slept yet.
You need my permission? Why?
No, if you want us to follow up for it, I can certainly try. If you wanna know why nothing's moved forward or what the status is, what's going on.
Okay.
You wanna write it down or give me a business card or something? I'll certainly look into it for you. Do that. I don't have a card, but I'll write your name down. Just write your name down. I'm here. Good. You want to write your name down for me? You don't have to either. Would you rather speak to Carla? Okay, all right.
I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you so much.
Are you sure?
Am I safe with you guys? I don't know.
I think you're safe with us, anybody else?
No, I don't think it can happen, you know. People throw my kids all the time.
Yeah, if you have the case number, pull up the case number,
Yeah.
see what it is, and what the comments are in there, and what's been added to it, and kind of maybe figure out who's actually investigating it. Sometimes when they, if they come to, disposition, it will tell us that here as well, but we're trying to figure out who's got the case, at least who's in there, that's a
I don't have a case, right now, because we're.
You guys can go, stay, you can get it.
I spread it around.
I'll write my email down.
Okay.
Please come there and also come.
I will, if anything, I will, here, send me, you want to
I'm not at night, actually, we're like 1:30. And where I'm on, but I'm back here around 13.
Yes, yes, yes.
They give you your report, like a little card with the number of cars. Okay, so that's what I now need from you.
They have my issues, but actually.
Or the other way we could do it,
Okay.
and it's up to you, okay, for some of us,
Yeah.
is you could write your name down for me and your date of birth, and I can try to go look in the computer and see if I can find it. That's another way to do it, but it's up to you. And I can see a little bit, like, it's okay. I don't know if it's.
I will call presentation, I'll give you your information. Thank you. Thank you.
They can't give it out to the public.
Yeah, you see those stories?
Whoever was investigating.